Good afternoon. My name is Claire Meeker. I'm the Industry Portfolio Manager in the Faculty of Engineering here at Monash. As per our custom, I would like to acknowledge that this event is held on the traditional lands of the Kulin Nation, and I pay respect to their elders, both past and present. I would like to invite our Deputy Dean of Engineering, Professor George Simon, to officially open the event and welcome you to Monash.
Yeah, so welcome here, and you're in New Horizons, by the way, which is a new research facility we have here, which is a multidisciplinary research facility. It's got about 400 researchers. Materials is kind of the focus of a lot of it, materials and modelling, and includes people from engineering and science and from different departments there, as well as actually 100 CSIRO people as well, so it's quite a unique facility from the Australian perspective. This is actually the third in our series of Monash industry research events where we're trying to kind of engage with industry. We've two previously, which went well, were transport and Internet of Things. And we've got an upcoming one in membrane. So if any of these interest you, either the past or the future, please keep track of it, and we'll be having more as we go through. And we've had a good engagement with industry over time, and we're hoping to increase that, and particularly in these areas, and graphene is the one we're talking about today. So graphene is what we're talking about. It's had a lot of interest in recent times. It won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 2010, and I think since then things are really ramping up in terms of its in terms of research, but importantly also in terms of the possibility of exploiting it. And a good thing here at Monash is that we have a large number of people working in this area and working in a broad range of applications. So you'll meet some of that. Here's just some market research, and I'm sure a lot of you are doing this sort of thing yourself. This is just some recent studies looking at the sale of graphene, and ranging from $50 million to $100 million in the next couple of years, and that's really just for the materials, and of course the applications there are much wider. And there's a wide range of applications that are shown, and it's probably best seen on the next slide. And I apologise for the quality of the image, but I didn't have the money to spend on the report, so this is what I scavenged off the web. But the interesting thing about this is that whereas 2014, there's a lot of research going on, a lot of different areas. The prediction is that by 2026, that this will be a pretty mature area. And I think it's an interesting graph, because not just because of that sort of prediction, but also because it gives some idea of the range of areas that it can be interesting in. And you'll see a lot of these tonight. Our folk are working in them. So in the composite area, energy storage, supercapacitors, inks and coatings, sensors and logic are the main ones. Transparent conductive coating films are another area. So a broad range of areas. So can I just say, and as a point of introduction, that we think we're an international research leader in graphene research. We have a critical mass of people working in a range of different areas, and they all have large research groups. So we think that's an important aspect why we're sort of coming forward tonight to try to step up our engagement in this area. I think there's three things that are generally needed for that sort of thing. You've got to have top-class researchers, you'll meet those tonight. Got to have good laboratory facilities, say a little bit more of that in a moment. What I want to just say at the end of this short introduction is that the region that we have here is a very strong research environment and precinct. And I just want to give just want to say something about this area briefly. So this is where we are at Monash, and it's sort of really a kind of a research cluster, probably one of the main research clusters in Australia, and works very well in the graphene area. And we, as part from the building, we have a number of different facilities. For example, we have an additive manufacturing facility nearby. CSIRO is across the road and embedded with us. Other things, wind tunnels, high voltage labs, biomedical imaging, synchrotrons and so forth. So all of these are in a close area. This is an old photo. The synchrotron's just being built, which probably means the photo's around about 8 or 9 years old. We need to get Brom and Bishop up in a helicopter to do a new one. Just want to say a few words about some of these facilities. So that we've got a centre for electron microscopy. This is a centre which is funded by the university and with additional funding originally from the state government, state-of-the-art facility down to atomic level resolution, a very important thing, of course, for being able to understand properties of graphene. We're across the road, literally from the synchrotron, 5 minutes away. A lot of our staff are very much engaged with that, has a range of beam lines, allows us to do a range of characterisation from structural through to chemical characterisation. The final general facility that I want to say that's in the area in which our staff are engaged is the Melbourne Centre for Nanofabrication, which is just behind the synchrotron, so also very close, has a number of high-tech processing equipment, focused ion beam, EB lithography, other various sorts of chemical processing. So these are kind of useful techniques because they're available to all, but they're accessed by a lot of our staff, and therefore they can act as a portal to the use of those techniques, be they in graphene or other research. Well, that's all I want to say for the moment. I'm going to be back a bit later to talk a bit about nanocomposites, but that's me for now.